shoes of your car.
So the first thing you are going to do is put something for your car to not roll down, because this is very dangerous, because we are going to take off the handbrake of your car. So the next thing you are going to do, sorry, is take off your wheel. As you can see here, obviously, first of all you need to jack up your car and then take off your wheel. And always remember that this is a very dangerous work, so take your precaution. Here now I'm going to take off the handbrake, because we need to take it off for replacing the brake shoes. And you can see, very careful, do everything, because now your car is without the handbrake. You can see this is a manual car, a standard car, so I put it in first gear. But if you have a automatic car, put it in automatic, because this will lock your front wheels, your front tires, and this is like another brake, but always take precaution doing this. So now I'm going to hammer this drum brake. Then as you can see, you can put also a bolt right here to take off the drum brake, but this is not difficult for me, so I'm going to hammer it, as you can see. So I'm gonna put my eye protection, because these springs are in a lot of load, so use eye protection, because if these springs jumps, it can hit you on your eyes, so take your eye protection. So first of all, I'm gonna take off this spring right here, then this one over here, and then these little springs that retains the brake shoes. Then this is the parking brake. So the final stage is to take off this parking brake with this needle nose pliers, I think it's called. You can do it like this, or if you have the special tools for this job, it's easier. So as you can see, I already take off the first spring, so now I'm gonna take this one and then everything else. You can see this spring is under this bracket. This is the right way to put it, because it can jump off this spring. So as you can see, here's how you take off your parking brake, like this, with the needle pliers. Sorry, I'm using just one hand, so it's a little bit difficult to show you how to do it with both hands. So now I'm gonna show you how to take off these little springs. Just take the base like this, push it, and then turn it, and then you will have like this, turn it like this, and then you will have everything off of the brake shoe. So here I have the old brake shoes. As you can see, I already take it off. So to take off this bracket, this is the parking brake bracket, you will need to take off this clip, and you can do it like this with a flat screwdriver. So this is the new brake shoes and this is the old ones. So now I'm going to take off this, I don't know how to call it, this is a calibrator, something like that, these things. So this thing, you are going to clean it very good with brake cleaner. As you can see, I'm putting brake cleaner and it's cleaning very well these clips, these brackets, these things. So then you can see I already take off the clip and begin to put everything in the new shoes, in the new brake shoes. But first of all, we are going to clean this thing, and you want to be careful with this rubber thing, because the brake cleaner is not good for rubber. And then you can clean your brake rotor, your brake drum, like this, with brake cleaner. Everything, I'm going to clean everything with brake cleaner. So here's how it works your brake shoes. This rub with the brake drum and create friction, and then slow your car. So make sure you don't put brake cleaner in the friction material of the brake shoes or in your brake pad, because it's going to damage your new brake shoes and you will need to buy new ones again. So I'm gonna put a little bit of anti-seize right here in these points that I'm showing you right now, because this is where the brake shoes sit. But you don't want to put a lot of anti-seize, because this will trap a lot of dust, brake dust, so we don't want that. So with a little bit like this, that's enough for put it in your brake pad, in your brake shoe position. So right here I already put a little bit of anti-seize on everything, on every spot. So now we have here the old brake pads, the old brake shoes, and the new ones, and now we are going to transfer everything of the old brake shoes to the new brake shoes. As you can see here in this thing, we are going to put a little bit of anti-seize right here and in this thread, but obviously not a lot, because the brake dust will be trapped in there. So we want this with a little bit of lubrication, because this is moving when you're braking. This is going to expand and contract, so you want lubrication in this bracket, in this thing that I don't know how it's called. If you know how it's called, put it in the comments, because I wanna know. So if you can't remember how it's everything placed in the brake shoes, you can take a photo before taking everything off, and then you will see this photo if you don't remember how it's put. So here you can see this little pin, it's where it's going to go this parking brake bracket, like this. As you can see, there is a little side and a big side, so this thing is going to go in the big size. So with this part you need to take pay attention, because as you can see, this thing have different slot. So here's how you're gonna put it with this little bracket, and everything else. As you can see, the spring will go in this hole, as I'm showing you, in both brake shoes, and then in this bracket. So at this point you only need to put everything in the new brake shoes to put it in your car. As you can see, I have almost everything back in the new shoe, and with this we are going to mount it, and then we are going to put this spring to hold the brake shoes to the car, and then after that we are going to put the bigger springs that will take off at the first time. So you can see, I right now have the brake shoes put with the little springs that attach to the backing plate. So now remember to put this spring behind this bracket like this, because if this spring jumps, it can hit you because it's behind this bracket. And then this big spring is going to go in these slots of this like this. You can see I have everything mounted. So now we are going to adjust the brake shock with this flat screwdriver, this flathead screwdriver. In this, as you can see, if you turn it down, you are going to expand the brake shoes, and if you turn it up, you are going to contract the brake shoes. So you want to expand the brake shoes, that when you put the drum brake like this, it's going to have a little bit of resistance as you turn it like this. You don't want a lot of resistance, you just want a little bit that you can feel that is touching the brake shoes with the drum brake. So as you can see here, it's rotate freely, so we don't want that. We want a little bit of resistance. So I'm going to expand a little bit the brake shoes like this. As you can see right here with this is the mechanism. If you expand it too much, you will need to put I don't know how to say it, to put down this behind bracket, this bracket that is behind like this, and turn your adjustator, to turn this thing up to contract the brake shoes. So when everything is ready to finish, we are going to put a little bit of anti-seize in the hub, because you don't want the drum brake to get rusted in there. So it's going to be easier the next time to take the rotor out. Just put a little bit like this, like I'm doing right here, and that's all. You put your drum brake back in the place, and you're successfully done with this job. So remember to torque your wheel nuts, and you just need to take off your car of your jack or your lifting jack, and take it for a spin and see that everything is cool. So I hope you like this video. I hope it was helpful for you. Like, subscribe, and see you on the next video.